Hey everybody, it's Travis with Lone Wolf Spiders, and first up for this feeding clip is going to be my Avicularia, and we're going to try and feed this little girl her first superworm. And I had a feeling that was going to happen pre-molt, which I was waiting on because, like I've said, she's a suspected female, and judging by her size, I was looking up on arachnoboards, kind of like molting schedules, because males will molt faster than females, and she's right on track for a molt for her size to end up being a female. So I believe I was waiting for it for next month for her to end up molting, because I've had her since April, very beginning of April. So once she molts, I'm going to get her put into her new house. I got a new one made up from in an Exoterra. Pretty nice setup that I've been working on. So once she molts, we'll get her housed in her new home, give her some more space. Kind of a bummer that the star is going to be taking a break, but I'll at least get her water topped off. And I came up with an ingenious way to get her watered. Nothing's coming in, honey. So I was able to fit my straw into the nozzle of my water bottle. And this will allow me to top her water off without having to damage too much of her web. I like to be as minimally intrusive as possible with my spiders. I don't like to poke and prod and move and constantly mess with them. I just leave them up on the shelf. I think you get much happier teas. Watch your toes. Watch your toes. Get your toes out of there, Missy. Excuse me. I'm trying to help you. Thank you. But I don't like to be so intrusive with them. I like to be kind of like, it's like I'm not there. But yeah, this is what I was able to do. Straw went right into the nozzle of my spray gun, or spray bottle. So she's got water. I know she's refusing food, and she's got a nice fat booty, so should have a good molt out of her. So we'll move on to the next. Next up will be my Aphonopelma seemanni. I want to see if I can do this while I have it out in the open. I've got some superworms I want to try on the teas, these bigger ones that I have. But I know as soon as I go to open this enclosure, it's gonna boogie. Look at them beautiful colors. Alright, let's try. If not, we'll have to fish him out. Or her. And, maybe that's it saying, I'm hungry, feed me, Dad. I always move extremely slow when I'm removing lids, just because their setae will pick up that how the suction of the room will change. They'll feel that kind of freak out. So let's see how you like a superworm. Ho 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 ho. Nice takedown. Nice takedown. That was an awesome takedown. Sorry, I got family in town for the weekend, so mind all the noise. And now that superworm's clinging onto its entrance to the hide, trying to get away, but you can hear it like crunching on wood. Hopefully it doesn't get a hold of my tea. That is an awesome shot. So next up is going to be my GBB, which you can see is, there's finger right there in the corner. Kind of scurried as I try to get the lid off. Only thing I hate about these critter keepers is the lids just, I don't know, sometimes are difficult. But as you can see, it's rehoused. Didn't really have time to shoot a rehousing video. I only get 1 day off a week, so I finally had 2 days off, had to run some errands. So I kind of quickly figured out how I wanted to set his enclosure up. And I did these two plants right here. I hot glued them to the bottom so the tea can't tear them up. And I got like this fake cholla cactus, cork bark, put some leaves on it. And when I had to go run errands, I took his old enclosure and I put it in this section, took all of this out, and I just dropped the enclosure in, put the lid on the critter keeper, came home a couple hours later. The tea was just hanging out in this corner. Was able to lift his old enclosure out, put its cork bark in, water dish, easy rehouse. But I had to go buy something bigger because I was going to put it in the smaller critter keeper. And once I kind of was getting ready to rehouse it, I just looked at the size of it and I was just like, it's going to go through 2 molts and need to be rehoused anyways. But I've been watching it the past couple of days in this enclosure and it's just on the move. Just always moving around, laying web down. It's got webbing inside this little tube all over the place. It's got some webbing in behind the cork bark. I think he's a lot happier. But let's see if we can't get it to feed. This is going to be a tricky one. This enclosure really isn't set up for feeding videos. I was hoping it'd come out of that corner. Well, we kind of got it. That's good at least. Kind of had a feeling that was going to happen, but I'm just glad it's got its first meal in its new enclosure, so that's good. Awesome, awesome. Cool. On to the next tee. So next up, we're going to try and feed some of the little ones. Dim this light a bit. First up will be the Grammostola pulchripes. Finally found some really small feeders, some small pinhead crickets, and some isopods. It's a Mexican standoff. Who's gonna move first? And there it goes. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Grammostola pulchripes takedown. On to the next.